Hey everybody, this is Robert Curtis, the Sharpen Go system. Get this right. Let's see the top of my head. You just see my pad and what I'm doing. Okay. Now, when you take these scissors apart, I'm going to start this on doing a training on how to sharpen scissors, guys. When you go to take them apart, when you hold the scissor, always hold a finger behind where the post is, so the screw that you're going to drop out, it doesn't drop out. So you keep a support at all times. See how I have this finger here supporting underneath, and then I take this loose, and then I pull this off, keeping that finger under there like that, so I don't lose that. Knock that off. Now this is if you have to take this apart in order to 0 degree that inside edge. You don't have to typically do it every time, but most of the times you can, do it. And a lot of guys are, till you get experience, pretty much do it all the time. It's kind of a rule. Just 0 degree the inside edge, and then put it together. Or you can actually build a burr, sharpen it, and then knock that burr off with leather, and then finish it on the outside edge with leather. And instead of using a flat stone, I'm using a window pane. I cut this to 6-inch square, and it's perfect. With this small system, I'd recommend a 5-inch square because it'll fit easier in your bag, but this one works for me too. So just take one of these flat 1000 grits I made them myself out of wet dry sandpaper. Awesome. So just put that down on that flat surface, hold it, take this scissor half, the knife, hold it down there, and then just put it over the hole where the adjustment nut is, and go up and down, and then circles up and down. Make sure that you can go further in the middle part of the blade as well and work that. Okay. Now I usually get a 1500 as well. That's this here. And you can pick this up at any Automart parts store, and you can make your own. And then go to Staples or Office Depot and get some peel-off label. I give another video on exactly how to do that, and it's build your own, Okay, and then you can finish it on leather if you like, but this is how you make it 0 degree. Instead of using like a diamond plate or a whetstone, like a Arizona whetstone or any of that, because what happens when you use the stones, it'll start saddling out. You'll make it duller than what it was before they gave it to you. So it's better to have a surface like this and do it this way, because you can always replace these pads out. And this is a flat surface. This is 0 degree, guaranteed. See how I'm doing? And this is finishing it off. I'll do that with both of them. Let's say I did both of them. Okay, like that. All right, that's done. Now, what I could do, and is going ahead and sharpen that to the angle. I like 45, maybe a little higher up on the, steeper on the 45, just maybe like more like a 35 degree angle. And then go ahead and start it. Check your angle, drop it, check it, make sure it's flat, go in there, boom. Build a burr, got a burr, great burr. That's all there is to it. Especially when you got nicks in there, you need to go in there with a heavier grit. Like you can even go to 600, 500, and then to 1000, and then to your 1200 or your 1500. Okay, that's all I need to do right there. Now, that's just setting the angle, dropping it, build your burr. Now you take this off. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can come back on this right here, and you can just knock that burr off. Just a little bit. Work that a little bit, just a little bit. Just knock that burr off. And then if you really want, you can go the other way. Lay it, make sure it's flat. You want to catch it right there, and then bring it down gently, and then back off. This is to make sure that it's flat. Make sure that's flat first. Then you drop it down gently and bring it back off. Okay. Now, always finish on the outside edge, going the other way, high speed. Some people think this is noisy. My camera is really sensitive. It makes it sound noisy. Not noisier than the blow dryer in the salon, so that's not going to be an issue. Here, do 10 count, 1001, 1002, all the way to 10. Halfway in, 10 count. I'm going to simulate that for the sake of this video, so I don't want to take so much long. But even at that, that's going to be significantly sharper. Because I'm using leather with a rouge. A green rouge is really awesome. It's a polishing compound, also is a separating agent for the disc. Serves two purposes. Alright, that should be good. Well, let's see if it shaves. Yeah, it shaves. Shaves hair right off. Okay, you could do a 5 count, but I like doing a 10 count on each section, you know, so it's just that extra. And make sure you get those tips real good. When you put it back together, I like to put chapstick on the joint right here, a little chapstick, makes it smooth. And otherwise, put it back together. Remember, hold your finger right here, so it's support. Take this here, put it on there. Now hold it like this. Go ahead and put your internal click plate and don't do it the way I did it. I did it backwards. Sometimes you get busy, that happens. And it says, wow, this thing's not tight. And I says, well, that's why. And take a paper clip. Paper clip will be your friend. Let's take one of these right here. They're really cool. Yeah. Just make sure it's seated. Put that back together and we'll test it. That's pretty much it. That's all there is to sharpening, basically. Now, there's a little bit more. There's 3 things that cause a sharpening. You cut an edge. It's the tension on the screw. Now, if your clip plate's not right or your washer's not right, to replace it. And sometimes seat that washer, you have to go like this, work with the scissor in and out like that there to tighten it all the way down. Then work it a little bit, loosen it back up, and then set your scissor to the proper angle, which is fall about halfway. I like the tang size where it falls about halfway. So now it's too tight. That's when you get back to the hairdressers. It's too loose. Okay, that's about right. You can do it on the tang side or the other side, so it's about right. So it's close enough. You feel that resistance as you're closing it. It's really good. Yeah, let's test it. I did the shaving test, but let's take a wet Sanex, spray it with some water, tissue. Go in here. This is how you test it. No side pressure. Open it. Straight down with it. Boom. It should fall right off. Don't catch at the tip. Boom. And that's all there is to sharpening. Okay. And there's 3 things. Like I said, it's a tension. It has to do with the tension. That includes the click plate, internal click plate, or the external on some of the scissors. The washer, internal washer, if it's seated or not, or if you even one in there. Sometimes I pick them apart and they're not even in the washer bed. You got to put one in. And so that's one. The edge, which is obvious, the edge, and the tension and the alignment. The alignment is how those, if you drop the scissor and it bends a little bit or whatnot, depending on the type of scissor, it'll throw the alignment out of the scissor. Sometimes most sharpeners say, you got an alignment problem, I'm not going to touch it because I'll break the scissor or chance breaking it. And a lot of sharpeners just decide, you need to do a pair of scissors, in which I understand that reasoning. So you have to really know that scissor before you start bending and hammering on it, So anyway, that's basically it in a nutshell. But if you have any questions, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell, get these notifications, and watch these videos. And come December 20th, I will be giving away a free machine, one of my machines. So sign up with the SOS Sharpeners Guild on Facebook, and Give me your information, your name,
What?
and we'll put you in on that drawing.
No,
Y'all have a blessed day
Yeah,
and a Merry Christmas, and y'all be safe out there.
they had me for like 13 days straight. They can bug off.